Last time. Hello? Ugh. And then this happened. Man, this kid has some awful dreams. When you awaken from a deep sleep to something moving or stirring, it can take a few moments for you to truly understand what is happening. The fog of sleep hangs over your eyes and ears, even when lucid. Something was moving. There was no doubt about that. At first, I wasn't sure what it was. Everything was dark, almost pitch black, but there was enough light creeping in from outside to outline that room. Two thoughts appeared in my mind almost simultaneously. The first was that my parents were in bed because the rest of the house lay both in darkness and silence. The second thought turned to the noise, a noise which had obviously woken me. That was it, bed sheets rustling in the dark and someone breathing, as if some disturbed sleeper was attempting to get all too comfortable in the bottom bunk. Oh! I lay there in disbelief, thinking that the noise was either my imagination or perhaps just my pet cat finding somewhere comfortable to spend the night. It was then that I noticed my door, shut as it had been as I'd fallen asleep. Perhaps my mom had checked in on me, and the cat had sneaked into my room then. Yes, that must have been it. I turned to face the wall, closing my eyes in the vain hope that I could fall back to sleep. As I moved, the rustling noise from underneath me ceased. I thought that I must have disturbed my cat, but quickly I realized that the visitor in my bottom bunk was much less mundane than my pet trying to sleep, and much more sinister. As if alerted to and disgruntled by my presence, the disturbed sleeper began to toss and turn violently, like a child having a tantrum in their bed. Oh no! I could hear the sheets twist and turn with increasing ferocity. He's having trouble sleeping, he's getting fussy. Well, I'm just fussing down there. Fear then gripped me, not like the subtle sense of unease I had experienced earlier, but now potent and terrifying. Ugh. My heart raced as my eyes panicked. Scanning the almost impenetrable darkness, I let out a cry. As most young boys do, I instinctively shouted on my mother. I could hear something stir on the other side of the house, but as I began to breathe a sigh of relief that my parents were coming to save me, the bunk bed suddenly started to shake violently, as if gripped by an earthquake, scraping against the wall. Oh no! I could hear the sheets below me thrashing around as if tormented by malice. I did not want to jump down to safety as I feared the thing in the bottom bunk would reach out and grab me, pulling me into the darkness. So I stayed there, white knuckles clenching my own blanket like a shroud of protection. Shakety shake, shake, shake. The wait seemed like an eternity. What a terrible night. What's wrong? Did you have a bad dream? I keep switching over the mom's voice because I just can't commit to anything. I cried, my mother consoled me, tears of fear followed by relief streamed down my face. Yet through all of the horror and relief, I did not tell her why I was so upset. I cannot explain it, but it was as though whatever had happened, whatever had been, I cannot explain it, but it was as though whatever had been in that bunk would return if I even so much as spoke of it. Whether that was the truth, I do not know, but as a child I felt as if that unseen menace remained close, listening. Bleh. My mother lay in the empty bunk, promising to stay there until morning. I remember the next day wanting to go anywhere, be anywhere, but in that suffocating room. It was a Saturday, and I played outside, quite happily with my friends. Although our house was not large, we were lucky to have a long sloping garden in the back. We played there often, as much of it was overgrown and we could hide in the bushes, climbing the huge sycamore tree which towered above all else, and easily imagine ourselves in the throes of a grand adventure. As fun as it all was, occasionally my eye would turn to that small window in my room, ordinary, slight, and innocuous. But for me, that thin boundary was a looking glass into a strange, cold pocket of dread. Is there somebody in there? Outside, the lush green surroundings of our garden filled with the smiling faces of my friends. Inside, the feeling of something in that room watching me play, waiting for the night when I would be alone, eagerly filled with hate. It may sound strange to you, but by the time my parents ushered me back into that room for the night, I said nothing. Dun dun. I didn't protest. I didn't even make an excuse as to why I couldn't sleep there. I still felt that this thing would be enraged if I so much as spoke of it. Another night came. Oh no. Oh fudge. 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 Chapter 3. Factorized. Is that like when you get turned into a factory? You just got factorized. Yes. Oh. Samael? Is that you, my pal Samael? A huge skull. Yep, that's true. A banner on a long pole. It's too old and torn to make out the details, so the devil lives under my bed. The door is firmly shut. Alright, and we're back in the game. Jeez. Yeah, this is... Oh no. What? What just happened? How did I teleport? Oh, I don't like this. I don't like it. This is way too many skulls. Who would get all these skulls into all these rooms? In all these places? Maybe I need to do something with the other door when I walk through. I'm gonna try that. Oh no, it just closes either way. Zoop! Ugh. Now it's flashing. Maybe get over yourself, Mr. Skull. I'm going. I'm not scared of anything. Making different sounds every time. Or is it? Yeah, I mean, it's a different sound, but I don't know. Maybe. It's not... I don't know. Ugh. Every time. I'm always like... Yeah. Oh no. Angry skull face. He was all like... Ang, 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 ang. Ang, 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 ang. Ooh, good. Pentagrams, my favorite. Some kind of altar. I mean, it's an altar, I guess. Some kind of machine. Some kind of button. Hello. Well, hey there. Nice to meet you. Well, I turned a switch. It didn't have anything to do with the machine, apparently. I don't like this place. Excuse me? Almost looks like the lights on the runway at airports. Yeah. Who's making that sound? It's getting louder. Or is it? Well, I can't open those. Let's see. Cut it out, whoever that is. Oh. A picture of some kind of green landscape. The picture is in too bad shape to make out any details. How are you? Well, I'm not bad. Thanks for asking. That's so nice of you. What a sweetie. He's walking around. You shut up over there. Nope. The trick is not to just keep hitting the same thing over and over again. Maybe it's the switches. Maybe I need to go back to that switch. Or there's another switch there. Yeah. Let's hit this one. Awesome. I bet I need to find all the switches and it'll like gradually open up parts of it or something, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe they'll all open up once I flip all the switches. Nope, this one's open now. A creepy mask. I'll wear it. this song. Creepy face. Oh, it's smiling. Oh, it's happy. That's good. I think, yeah, it's happy. Yeah, it's real happy. Ugh. There's a face on there. A creepy mask. Oh, the creepy mask is down. Well, that mask just booked it. The mask was like, see ya, I got places to be. Okay, so that opened, yeah, each one opens up one of the barred areas. Oh good, blood. There's a red liquid pouring out. I assume cranberry juice. It's just reasonable. Like, where would somebody get that much blood anyways? So, you know. Nope, already switched that one. A mass. Hey there. Hey there, mass. Mass of things. Oh. Are you settled down? Did you chill out, buddy? I'm not gonna take it. I'm not gonna put up with you and your attitude mucking up my day. Okay. Was there another one? There's the mass. Satan? Are you there, Satan? Okay. Oh. Hey. Yeah. What I thought. This isn't supposed to be here. Oh, I'm blurring. Blurring out. No. No, not the blur. Oh no. Yep. It's funny how certain words can remain hidden from your mind, no matter how blatant or obvious they are. One word came to me that night, lying there in the darkness alone, frightened, aware of a rotten change in the atmosphere. A thickening of the air as if something had displaced it. As I heard the first casual twists of the bedsheets below, the first anxious increase of my heartbeat, at the realization that something was once again in the bottom bunk. That word. A word which had been sent into exile, filtered up through my consciousness, breaking free of all repression, gasping for air, screaming, etching, and carving itself into my mind. Ghost. Ghost! As this thought came to me, I noticed that my unwelcome visitor had ceased moving. The bedsheets lay calm and dormant, but they had been replaced by something far more hideous. A slow, rhythmic, rasping breath heaved and escaped from the thing below. I could imagine its chest rising and falling with each sordid, wheezing, and garbled breath. I shuddered and hoped beyond all hope that it would leave without occurrence. The house lay as it had the previous night, in a thick blanket of darkness. Silence prevailed, all but for the perverted breath of my as-yet unseen bunkmate. I lay there terrified. I just wanted this thing to go, to leave me alone. What did it want? Then something unmistakably chilling transpired. It moved. It moved in a way different from before. When it threw itself around in the bottom bunk, it seemed unrestrained, without purpose, almost animalistic. For that thing lying there in the darkness, that thing which seemed intent on terrorizing a young boy, calmly and nonchalantly sat up. Its labored breathing had become louder. Now only a mattress and a few flimsy wooden slats separated my body from the unearthly breath below. I lay there, my eyes filled with tears, a fear which mere words cannot relate to you or anyone else coursed through my veins. I would not have believed that this fear could have been heightened, but I was so wrong. I imagined what this thing would look like sitting there listening from below my mattress, hoping to catch the slightest hint that I was awake. Imagination then turned to an unnerving reality. It began to touch the wooden slats which my mattress sat on. It seemed to caress them carefully, running what I imagined to be fingers and hands across the surface of the wood. Ugh. Then with great force it prodded angrily between two slats into the mattress. Even through the padding it felt as though someone had viciously stuck their fingers into my side. I let out an almighty cry, and the wheezing, shaking, and moving thing in the bunk below replied in kind by violently vibrating the bunk as it had done the night before. Small flakes of paint powdered onto my blanket from the wall as the frame of the bed scraped along it backwards and forwards. Ugh. Once again I was bathed in light, and there stood my mother, loving, caring as she always was, with a comforting hug and calming words which eventually subdued my hysteria. Of course she asked what was wrong, but I could not say, I dared not say. I simply said one word over and over and over again. Nightmare. Well, chung. This pattern of events continued for weeks, if not months. Night after night I would awaken to the sound of rustling sheets. Each time I would scream so as not to provide this abomination with time to prod and feel for me. With each cry the bed would shake violently, stopping with the arrival of my mother, who would spend the rest of the night in the bottom bunk, seemingly unaware of the sinister force torturing her son nightly. Along the way I managed to feign illness a few times and come up with other less than truthful reasons for sleeping in my parents' bed. But more often than not I would be alone for the first few hours of each night in that place. The room where the light from outside did not sit right, alone with that thing. With time you can become desensitized to almost anything, no matter how horrific. I had come to realize that, for whatever reason, this thing could not harm me when my mother was present. I am sure the same would have been said for my father, but as loving as he was, waking him from sleep was almost impossible. Waking me, on the other hand, was no trouble at all, thanks to the nightmares. Well, there we go. Chapter 4, Anger Overload. Anger Overload. Yay. Well, so I'm probably gonna stop it there for right now. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're into this, let me know, because I'm pretty into it. It's got a neat kind of world that they're setting up, so I'll definitely keep going on this. Thanks a lot. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks. Bye. It moves.